Alright, y'all, I'm coming at you with a banger of a story today. Today we're talking about how I got kicked out of my buddy's house because we smoked with his grandma. So this was like my sophomore, junior year of high school. I think it was more sophomore year is when I first started smoking, and I used to hang out with like this big group of friends, and we'd all like just bounce around each other's houses and stuff. And on this fateful day, one of our friends were like, "Hey, all of you guys should like come over and fucking smoke and chill, and we'll have a good time." And we were like, "All right, bet." So we all pull up. I think there was like 4 to 6 of us at his house, and it was just like a Friday night after school. And his house was like an hour and a half away from mine, and I pulled up with one of my other buddies, Al, and his house was like 40 minutes from where we were pulling up to. So we're like middle of the woods, nowhere. Like no one's even fucking close to us. Like we almost have no idea where we were. First time being here, first time ever being to this kid's house. And we all walk in, we go upstairs to like this little loft area, start playing some like fucking PS2 games or whatever. I forgot what he had up there. It's either a PS2 or a PS1. And we were playing like fucking maybe Street Fighter, something like that, some sort of like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter type of fucking game. And we're just all chilling, smoking. And we go outside, we fucking go into their fridge and we grab some beers and shit. We start drinking. And I don't know, probably like an hour, hour and a half passes by. And the buddy's house that we're at, his mom comes home. She like says what's up, like talks to us. We introduced ourselves, blah blah blah, like, and she ends up going back out again to a friend's house for a few hours while we were there. So we ended up going into the house, going up to my buddy's room, and we just threw on like some Trailer Park Boys on his computer, and we all just started packing fucking fat moles for each other. If you don't know what a mole is tobacco and a bong rip, and then you put a layer of weed on top, and then you smoke it all the way through. You snap it. So we all tried to just like kill each other with fucking moles. Passed all his pong around to all of us. We all fucking coughed our lungs out. I think one of the kids fucking puked a little, or at least like coughed up a bit of like, I don't know, stomach acid or something. I don't know. We had a good time. And I don't know, it's getting pretty late at this point. It's like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. One of my homies is like kind of slumped in the other room. We're just all extremely fucking stoned. And his grandma comes in, and my buddy's grandma, super chill, very nice lady. She comes in, talks to us, like she's like, "Hello, anyone home?" Like, "Yeah, we're all upstairs." She comes up, and my buddy's fucking smoking a bong rip as she's coming up, and she just starts talking to us, asking how her day was. We explained like what was going on, and she's like, "Oh, okay." And we're all like, "Do you want to take a bong rip?" And she's like, I don't know. We're all just egging her on. We're like, you should like packed her one right there. Excuse me, sorry. We packed her one right there. We're like, here you go. So she walks over to the desk, puts the fucking bong on the table, lights that shit up, and my buddy had to pull the slide for her, but she fucking took that shit like a champ. Coughed her fucking lungs out for a second and was absolutely fried. Like her eyes got instantly fucking red. And she goes downstairs and just like sits at their kitchen table for a bit, waiting for my buddy's mom to get home to talk to her. And I don't know, probably 30 minutes go by, and my buddy's mom comes home, and she's like, blah blah blah, like, what the fuck did you guys do? Like, did you give her a fucking bong rip? You smoked weed with her? Like, what is wrong with you? She can't smoke weed at her age. Like, she could have a panic attack or freak out. She has to drive home. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? And starts just freaking out on us. Like, we're like, we didn't force her to. Like, she wanted to, she asked, and she was not having it. She was just like, you guys need to fucking leave. All of you need to get the fuck out of my house and go. So the few of my buddies like live pretty close, so they just got their fucking moms to pick them up and shit. So they all got picked up, and we're like, okay, we're trying to get a ride Texting my buddy Al's mom, she's not fucking responding, doesn't say anything. Texting my mom, she doesn't fucking respond or say anything. And she's like, "You guys just need to fucking leave, like, get out of my house." So my friend is just like, "Okay, you guys can like go sit in the car." Like they had two cars parked at the bottom of their fucking driveway on the grass. And he's like, "You guys can go sit and chill in there until you can find a ride to go home." We're all just like, "Fuck, it's like 11 p.m., almost midnight. Like, how are we gonna find a ride home? Our parents aren't awake, they're not responding to us, like, we're kind of fucked." He was just pretty much like, "I don't know, dude, like, you gotta go." So we fucking go down to the cars. We have our little bags of weed. I set my phone up on like the little middle console of the car and just start playing videos as my buddy starts texting like people like, "Hey, can you come pick us up?" Like everyone on his Snapchat, blowing everyone up. Everyone we know that has a fucking car in the area, calling them, texting them, like this is an emergency. And I'm just packing bulls, and we're watching Trailer Park Boys on my phone as he's fucking doing this. And then finally, we'll fucking, we'll call this guy, Gene. We'll call him Gene. Gene finally fucking answers. He's like, "Yeah, like you guys are good. I can pick you up right now." And he's like, "I'll be there in like 25, 30 minutes." We're like, "Bet, dude." And this is like fall, so it's pretty cold outside, like at this point. And we're just me and my buddy Allie just sitting in the fucking car, kind of shivering in our hoodies. It's like 30, 40 degrees outside. We're just walking here. We can see our breaths as we're fucking talking and blowing out the smoke. And we start sitting and waiting for like 30 minutes. We're like, "Where the fuck is this kid?" We're texting him. He's not replying now. Like, "Oh no, we're gonna have to find another ride." I pack another bowl and we smoke it. And almost as soon as we finish that fucking second bowl, or that last bowl, he fucking pulls up just blasting fucking music. The loudest music you could think of, like just thumping from like a quarter mile to half a mile away down the fucking road. Like we could hear him for a good minute or two before he came to the house. He pulls up to the house, fucking doesn't turn his car off, still blaring the music, all of his lights on and everything. And we're just like, "Okay." We walk over, we get in his car, and he's just fucking absolutely zooted. He explains to us, he's like, "I got kicked out of my house. I've been sleeping in my truck for like the past night or two. I don't got a car battery, but I got these wires." And he just fucking takes the absolutely fattest cart rip off of like wires I've ever seen, and just absolutely zeros it, holds the whole thing in, coughs for like a good 20 minutes, and then we finally fucking pull out. And at this point, we're trying to get a hold of my buddy Al's sister because we're like, "Okay, we can go somewhere like close." And she was at a friend's house that we all used to hang out with. We'll call him Jay. And Jay's house, everyone could like come in and fucking leave pretty much. It was always pretty okay for you to be there as long as there's like someone else there, you know? So we're texting her and she's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. You guys can come over. Like, it's fine. I just talked to his mom and his parents. Like, you guys are good." We're like, "What the fuck happened?" We explained to her. She's like, "Okay, yeah, you guys can pull up." So we get there and this fucking kid asks us if he can come and stay in. And we're like, "I don't know, man. We didn't ask if you could. Like, that wasn't really a part of the deal. You don't even know these kids." And he's just like, "Well, just ask." So we go inside and we ask them, and they're like, "No, like we don't know this kid. Like, why, why does he even want to come in?" And we explained like he's got kicked out, like he doesn't have anywhere to go. And they're just like, "No, that his parents didn't want him," and he sat in the driveway for like 20 minutes. We texted him, he's like, "Dude, you can't stay." He's like, "Well, ask him again. Like, tell him, like, no, well, like we did. They don't want you to come in." And he kind of threw a fit, but he ended up leaving in the end. And we just chilled there all night. We ended up fucking smoking out of this kid's window. Probably should have gotten kicked out of there again. His parents came down, told us like no fucking smoking and shit, and that was kind of the end of it. But that's the story how I got kicked out of my homie's crib for smoking with his grandma. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I hope you have a good